Yo, guys, welcome to D4GOOD episode 11. I am Mac Hayes. Going to be the uh, season 11 PTR episode. Going to go over my thoughts on the PTR changes to the new loot system, Loot 3.0, as well as new crafting, sanctifying, new world bossing systems, what the new season is. So, as far as the seasonal power goes, let's start there. We have these basically they call divine gifts. They don't really give a huge power boost like we're used to, which I like. These are just bonuses. Honestly, though, I don't know, care about these. I'm never looking at these. Maybe you want to switch these rewards around here and there, but besides that, I just don't really look at these. Um, they're cool though. I've noticed like during Helltide, you can get experience globes. Seems to help a lot, especially someone who gets to like 300 every season. I like my experience to be outside of the pit if possible. So that's there. Could be a little better, I think. We're going to talk about that in a second. We have like a world boss situation where experience can actually just go to Azmodan here and summon Azmodan. I'll go here right now just to show what it's like. But the boss is given an insane amount of experience. People are just going there to get XP. My assumption is that this is either a bug or intended so that PTR testers can just get XP. If this makes it live, people are like arguing if it's intended or not, but I think if something like this makes it live, I think it's fine, honestly. Tone it down maybe. I think maybe you need a key to summon Azmodan or something instead. That way you don't just get free XP unless someone has keys or something. I don't know, who knows. Maybe you leave the XP inside of a chest, but basically all you do now is summon Azmodan here. And that's that. You just kind of chill here and farm your XP. As I'm doing this, take a look here. So I'm about, say, almost about 25%. Your Paragon 286, which is over halfway. I'm at 110 million XP. But this is the thing you can do now. I do like this a lot. This is more social finally. You can like, hey, I got, anyone want to do Azmodan, I guess. I'd rather conversation go like, hey, I got some Azmodan keys. Does anyone want to summon some type of thing? Kind of like the old layer boss system. I don't know. This can get kind of leechy. Been here. There's been some AFK people just doing nothing while I'm doing everything. Whatever it is, what it is. But Azmodan goes down here in a second. And then we'll see how much XP I get here. Bam, that just shot the fuck up, dude. That just gave me 66 million XP. XP is kind of ridiculous. I do like it though at the same time. But maybe tone it down a bit. I don't know, maybe not though. I think like it makes sense if I was doing like an hour of open world or something else and then like maybe an hour of this. Not so that I'm just doing Azmodan all day, every day, right? That would be kind of insane. So, but besides that, we do have basically Azmodan to summon here. Duriel now takes over the Helltide. That's awesome. That's cool, actually. I think maybe that's right. And then Undercity and Dariel, I've done this like a few times. That's not bad, actually. Like, I'll do it, I suppose. Maybe I'm looking for an amulet with passives on it, right? So maybe I'll do these. Definitely doing the mythic ones, obviously. But, maybe I do want to find an amulet with some passives this next season. So I will do more Undercity. Besides that, everything's pretty much the same map-wise. Things feel more like natural. There's no overpowered like Helltide zone to go farm now. It's just the Helltide. It feels good. You go get your whisper or whatever. It feels a little less exciting than season 10, I would say. Season 10 has a chaos rifts kind of spilled with that, but it feels okay, I suppose. Now, onto, I guess, the biggest change is that the loot is changing. We're no longer able to craft or temper twice. We temper once, but we get 4 stats. So, for example, it's a bad example. These are bad examples. Okay, so this legendary now has 4 stats, not 3, but we are only able to temper once now. I think I like it more. So we're no longer bricking the item before investment. We're now bricking after investment. So for this weapon, I'd maybe just want, I don't know, just for a dumb example, primary Eagle Haul. You get that, you choose it, you just get to choose the stat you want, and you now re-roll the range. So you get re-rolls on the range of the stat that you want. Now you can keep rolling and try to get that max roll and then run out of rolls. That's kind of like not really bricky, but you might lose like your best in slot chance doing this. Got 59, we're about 1% off. That's fine. After that, you'd masterwork it. You can even masterwork before you temper, by the way, now. As you can see, this chest has no tempers, and I'm just masterworking it, which, by the way, masterworking now is like more of a Path of Exile quality gem type of thing, where you're just upping it to 20 ranks real quick. It can be a random, like 1 through 3, maybe 4, I don't know. Once you get to 20, you do one more time. You no longer crit your roll. You get a new GA. So I just got a GA on my primary Eagle Spirit Hall. You never used to get these before. It's kind of cool. I just GA'd my temper, basically. You can't see it down there. There's no icon, but that's pretty fucking cool, actually. So we got that. And then you would take it over here, right? Make sure the stats are right. Take off my resource cost reduction, whatever. Doesn't matter. Attack speed. So we got 4 stats. We can get attack speed and vuln dam and max life and main stat on your weapons now. It's pretty sick. You got the temper down there with the GA. The re-rolling now is what you re-roll. So if I didn't want the GA on my primary Eagle, I could re-roll if I had this mat here. Neat iron Netheron. I don't know how to say this, dude. Only 1 million gold too. You can't see because of my camera. And then the mats. So I'm gonna talk about that real quick. Everything feels kind of cheap right now. So for example, going 0 to 20 with this 50 obdicite per. Turn my camera off real quick, maybe. There we go. So 50 obdicite, 1 forgotten soul. So times 20, about maybe 15 through 20. It feels kind of cheap. I guess that's fine though. I'm not sure. Everything's so inflated. I really wish they just decided just to like squish the mats. I'm just capped out, dude. Like I'm on PTR obviously, but I am capped out on these and I'm not on Forgotten Souls. There is a new interesting system here over at the Alchemist where we can actually trade things, but we cannot spend any of the legendary mats. Maybe if there's a way to trade these within too, I can, think these somehow, that'd be great. But I can't think, right? It probably wouldn't be like this on live, hopefully, but it's kind of ridiculous right now. But that's an example there. This weapon, we have the stat we want, the temper we want, GA we want, sure. Make sure we got the aspect we want. Maybe like a redirected force, for example, here. Sure, why not? Once we have everything we want, including the socket, we're missing one thing here, actually. Weapons should have 2 sockets. Let's make sure we add that socket in there. Go to this Heavenly Forge and talk to our homie Hadriel from Diablo 2. And he's going to sanctify our item. This is the seasonal power we're getting now. I'm not sure if it's going to stick around. I'm hoping they add it as like a mat or something down the road in the future. You can just sanctify items eventually. But this is it. This is the final crafting phase. This is where you can brick. You can get all sorts of things like on my weapon here. I got cooldown reduction. This weapon has a lightning damage multiplier, lightning multiplier, all stats, total armor percent, um, core skills, things like that. All sorts of things. It can do just do like indestructible, can do nothing, it can fail, reroll again, it can change a stat completely. For example, these rings, they should have 4 stats. It actually rerolled 1 into the lightning multiplier, if you see that. That's possible too. Let's see what happens here. New affix added. It gave me life on hit. So it's usable, right? But it's not the best. So it is what it is. Cool system here, cool little town. I do wish we could favorite it somehow. I don't think we can. It is kind of weird that we can't really go to the world, but it is PTR. It's not a finished product. But this is the new town here. Everything is here. It's kind of weird we don't have the oboe guy. I wish the oboe guy was here. The tree thing's here, but the oboe guy isn't. I don't know how a crow gets in here, or a raven. Sorry, fucking crow. But they're here. I like this town. It's cool. Adriel's cool. Whatever is what it is. New sanctification system is cool though. So we're now bricking our items after investment before investing. I don't know if the general population is going to like this or not. I'm getting weird like feedback. I'm seeing weird feedback. I personally love it, but I am a path player too. This just feels like a more casual Path of Exile crafting system to me. So I don't know. I feel like, I might have said this before, but the devs have to have like 3 to 4 itemizations, loot systems within in-house, if that makes sense. They've had to experiment on their own and figure out like what final loot system do we want in our game. And we're on our 3rd iteration on loot of an ARPG. So we got to ask ourselves, like, what are we doing here? Right? And you make the decision as Blizzard, just fuck it. Like, let's see what the people like. Let's just try these different item systems, which I'm fine with. I am okay with personally. I like it. I don't know if your typical Diablo player would, right? I don't think if your typical customer would like this or not. At this point in the game, it's like, fuck it, do we even care? Let's just figure out what really works good in the game and implement it for the time expansion comes around, for example. I don't know. I think they're doing that now with like the Chaos season for season 10 right now, basically just going crazy. Like, hey, fuck it, here, we're going to let you experiment, see what works, what doesn't, whatever. So, another new system here, we have a new season rank system, which I do like over the season journey. We basically just have to do capstones. They're back. I was not a fan of the first capstone system. It was like you had to do them on every character. Once you did it, it was the same fucking dungeon, same fucking kill all enemy dungeon over and over again. Seasons, I think before season 4, it was like that with capstone dungeons. Maybe even the expansion. I forget. Anyways, and then you get like requests like, hey, can someone run through Beat Capstone? Like, dude, but I think the pit is just fine for a capstone. You're looking for a dungeon and a boss. At least the pit adds variety. These new capstones are kind of cool. They feel like a solo citadel. So I think I'm okay with that. A little long sometimes. And once you do it, it's done for the account. That's fine. If I can do this just once a season, I think I'm okay with that. Fucking doing these every character, every alt, and then for your friends, for their alts, dude, fuck that, So that's fine. You now just have to basically do capstones to unlock these rewards, and then these are now bonus objectives you can get. You don't have to do every single one of these. I mean, I guess maybe for the skill points. Like, for example, I unlock extra Paragon points, extra skill points, I think, that I haven't even done yet. This one's bugged. Yeah, you just do that basically now to get extra caches and things. Skill point there. I should probably get to. I don't know why it's not allowing me. Kind of weird. And I still have to do that. Lol. So every rank has a capstone to do. Um, up to pit 75. Get your resplendent cache, resplendent spark, paragon points and stuff. So new seasonal rank system I think is better for sure. This is a positive. Capstones are better, so it's a positive. I was like, fuck capstones at first, but this is a positive for sure. Besides that, what else is new? The crafting thing, items. About it really, huh? Just we can summon Azmodan now. The XPs are crazy there. I think we nerf that. About it. Oh yeah, so we have toughness now. I didn't like this at first. It was what Diablo 3 did. It's a number like attack power, like who the fuck knows? But the more I played, the more I'm like, oh, this does make sense actually. It's just EHP for toughness. And even in my attack power, I'm realizing the higher it is, the more I do, I guess, right? But even still, there's so many multipliers you just don't know sometimes. So we're getting dumb damage numbers still. The PTR hopefully doesn't go live. I've still noticed some on my runs. Oh yeah, leaderboards, dumb. We have fucking leaderboards now. So we have the tower, which is the leaderboards, and it's going to be periodically changing season after season. I would say that's what they said. Right now I was working on some 106. I got 111 unlocked, but I think for the leaderboards, I got 104. I was doing 106s. I was just about to get it. I was trying to beat Rob, damn it. Now I got like 10 minutes left to PTR. Lose you lose, right? I was hitting 109s. They were just about there too. Trying 106s. They were more realistic. I had more time, maybe. A more PTR next time. But as far as classes go, looks like Spiritborn's 109 top. Leaderboards are bugged. I don't know if I want to go all the way down here. I don't know what the fuck. Here's why we don't have leaderboards. They can't even fucking organize them correctly, dude. Like, no offense, but what the fuck is this? So Druid's 105, it looks like, for top. Roge is going to be, after I click 36 times. Fuck, actually. Dude, the guy who coded this was like, oh, tower. So what? I don't know, dude. I can't even tell. I don't even know. I think rogues around, I don't know if I saw any 100 rogues, honestly. I don't know. We're running out of time on PTR though. So 103 for Sork, it looks like. I'm gonna trust that. I can't even click these. 105 Necromancer. Can't click these. And Barbarian, I think was like 120. I could be completely wrong. I'm not gonna click 81 fucking times to get there though. We got leaderboards. Hopefully they're fixed by live. I love them. I'm gonna stick around for that for sure. I love pushing leaderboards. Number 6 right now for PTR. Sad. Could be better. My dad's not impressed. He's mad at me about it. He's mad he made a top 6 gamer, not a top 3 at least. Whatever is what it is. I could probably do one real quick. Let's try 106. Fuck around and find out here. I already fucked it up. I switched around my combo. Lol, dude. I thought my ult was on my 2. I want to show you guys at least what the tower looks like. On my mini map, we see red dots now, right? So these are elites, and they drop experience orbs, or not experience orbs, progression orbs. And I didn't like it at first. I don't know if I still do. Kind of have to backtrack sometimes to grab them. I'm not gonna be able to kill these guys. In fact, because of that, let's just do a smaller pit. These guys kill me. I'm gonna show what it looks like, at least, right? I'm gonna pop this guy on. Yes. Was I even wearing the right weapon, actually? Okay. Let's do a 69. A tower. Towers have 5 floors. For some reason, I never get to floor 3, but maybe you would. I don't know. We got 10 minutes to do it. I don't know how you ever get to floor 3 in 10 minutes, but maybe you just completely skip mobs sometimes. I don't know. And I'm completely fucking up my rotation so bad right now. It's all good. The 69 should be fine. But these red dots, they drop these experience orbs. I grab those, or progression orbs. Gotta backtrack for them. Kind of hate that. We got these shrines here too. There's like, they had like a shield. I can never kill these at like 105 plus. Take off the shield. You can touch it. Got a pylon of channeling here. What this pylon is here. That takes way too long to load. Okay. Speed pylon. I don't feel any faster. Pylon of nothing. Thanks for nothing. The goblins in here too, so they drop these orbs. I don't know if it's better. I know at the higher tiers you kind of chase them and they drop orbs as they run away. So it might be like a strat to do that. And that takes way too long. That needs to be active like instantly, dude. Especially on some competitive content, I think. I feel like it took like a few seconds to load up there. Why is that? Is that like a sacrifice I'm making to touch the pylon? Kind of weird. And then the boss should come. We don't have a portal anymore. Boss just spawns here. Beautiful. Love it. It's like a D4GOOD kind of. Bam. Boss is dead. 69 completed. 2 minutes, 23 seconds. And that's that. And then you're on leaderboard. I think that's all we have, though. I know I'm missing something, though, huh? What am I missing? I wonder if that updated it to a new rank. Okay, good. That'd be crazy. So the combat, that's right. The combat's a bit heavier. Elites have, I don't know if you noticed, but there's different affixes. There's more of like an elite leader on the yellows now that share affixes with minions. And then there's like these blues, no longer champions, thankfully. Fuck the champions. They're gone now, thank God. Anything else here? With the capstones. A little bit of changes as far as toughness goes. We can now see like our resistances. I like that actually. I didn't like it at first. I did like the percentage system, but it's starting to make more sense the more I play it. I think that players might not like it at first. They'll grow on them. It grew on me, hopefully. It grew on me for sure. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Any questions or comments, feel free to comment. Let's see. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Oh, I guess I did want to actually mention about like, good job. I think D4 was a little too casual, a little too arcadey. It was turning into Diablo 3. open world Diablo 3, which might not be a bad thing. Uh, but as far as the system, we're teaching these more, forgive me for saying this, no offense, console casual players how ARPGs work. Like we got Path of Exile, even Last Epoch, with these absolute powerhouse crafting systems that D4 just misses. And you do want that. Now, town is lava, right? It always has been in these games. You want to go out, you want to go kill, you want to get your loot from the floor. But the crafting in this just, it's a little better now. A little better. I think it's getting there. Sancting is fun. People are gonna hate it, but when they hit what they hit, they're gonna be happy too. I do have a request here. If we can maybe move the leaderboard button up top. I think that makes more sense. That way I don't accidentally hit it when I'm trying to open my pits like that. Trying to think of like feedback things here too. I think that this symbol is odd. This blue symbol. I guess that's meaning that there's a GA on there from being masterworked, but I think the blue is weird. And I don't think we can see that it's sanctified until we hover over the item, right? No. Okay. We're getting more like little icons, like the armory icon is pretty cool. So why not add the sanct icon? Blue icon here is weird and probably placeholder. I don't know. Yeah, it feels like a good, legitimate leveling season for sure. Like I'm actually checking things for once, especially with like capstones. I think I was leveling a barb, and around this, yeah, 2 or 3, I actually had to go back and like change some stuff. Maybe it was actually 3 or 4. I had to go like change some gear, work some skills around. Wasn't doing that before, right? So it's starting to feel like a more like a puzzle as it should be. I think these are technically like heavy puzzle games, honestly. I mean, you're giving us this giant skill tree and Paragon board to puzzle out a build to be able to beat the content, right? So it feels better. I'm actually, theory crafting ideas. What can be better? Um, yeah, good job. And keep doing the changes. Why not? Just see what works until expansion comes out and then implement that for the expansion. Peace.